Hello everybody, we're going to look at some of the common positions in Brazilian Jiu Jitsu so you guys have an idea of what you're getting into when you start training.
Okay guys, and we're going to start with a close guard. And it's called guard for a reason, because you can trap somebody and don't let them go away, right? You're protecting yourself here really well, and then start working on doing some reverses, right? Or some submissions. One thing that is very important over here is to end that gap. Okay, every time there's a gap here, he can start trying to open my legs to pass, or he can, in a self-defense, right, he can start throwing punches. So that gap is always bad for me. I have to either bring him down or go up, right? So like if I bring him down, I can start doing my reverses or try to do some submissions.
On top, in sport jiu-jitsu, all I'm looking to do is pass. To get outside of his guard, open his guard, and get to side control, even half guard. In a self-defense situation, I could strike, and that's why he was saying he wants to break me down and keep me close so I don't get posture and start to strike. But also inside of that, leave myself pretty vulnerable to get attacked, arm bars, triangles, and stuff like that on top.
So the next position will be the open guard, okay? Still called the guard because I still can defend myself. I can't pull him down anymore, but I still can keep him away over here with my legs. I still can do a lot of reverses and I still can do a few submissions, so it's still a good position for me to be.
For me on top, I'm still looking to get past his legs and get to a better position like side control. But it does, now with the guard being open, offer some opportunity to attack the legs and set up some submissions from here.
So the next step will be half guard. Here we are, half guard. He started getting closer to me, so that's not good for me, okay? I'm still in guard. I still can keep him away or push or pull, right? Because I still have one of his legs. I can still do a lot of reverses, a few submissions. So I'm still in a good position, but it's getting better and better for him.
Now on top, that I'm not in the closed guard, I can start setting up attacks here to make my passing a little bit easier. I have the option of striking here because I can isolate and trap a leg for the self-defense situation, right? But ultimately still I'm trying to advance my position by either using submissions or strikes to get to side control.
So now we're gonna go to side control, which is starting to get really bad for me over here because now I don't have my legs anymore to like push or pull, right? I still can use my legs to start bridging over here to try to push him, right? I can do what we call hip outs. They're very important in jiu-jitsu, how to move your hips, right? Try to move your hips away from the guy to create some space so you can go back to guard and then work on your reverses. You can do a few reverses from here, but not a lot. Basically no submissions from side control. So for him, start getting much better here.
On top, now I can look to advance the mount, which might be one of the best positions in jiu-jitsu, and also really setting up a lot of my submissions. There's knee on belly here, a lot of arm bars, Kimuras. Most of the encyclopedia of jiu-jitsu starts here on my attacks.
So the next step, like I said, he's gonna progress to mount. Now I start getting really bad for me because now he's sitting on my hips and he's stuck in my hips, so I can't move. In jiu-jitsu, it's very important for you to know how to move your hips. It's the strongest part of your body, so once he sits on my hips and I can't move it, now I'm in trouble, right? So it's considered one of the best positions in jiu-jitsu because it's really hard to get out of here, right? Can't do any submissions, right? Hard to do reverses, right? So for him, all he needs to do is try to maintain, and you're gonna get exhausted trying to get out of here. So the best mount escape is not to let somebody mount, right? That's what we always say. But once they mount, we do, of course, a few escapes from here. We always show escapes from bad positions.
Like Professor had said, this position I really try to wear my opponent out and then start setting up submissions. I have all the chokes, depending upon how he wants to try to escape. I got arm bars, key locks, a lot of different attacks right here. Not to include the fact that if I want to strike, he's got nothing but hard behind his head. And if he wanted to hit me, he could barely even reach me and I have air behind me. So I can really strike from here. And since I know all he has to do is escape, I can kind of wait for him to escape, wear him out, and then pick what I want to do as far as a submission right here.
And the next position, the last one, is what we call the back. So it's considered a really bad position too for me because again, it's really hard to get out. And the main submission he can do from here is what we call like the chokes, right? And as a self-defense, like if somebody chokes you and you get unconscious, God knows what's gonna happen to you, right? So again, you have to avoid somebody getting your back at all time, right? Because if they get your back and they choke you, it's really bad, right?
Since in Jiu-Jitsu, we always assume that our partner or the person attacking us is bigger and stronger than us. I always try to get to the back because they have really no form of attacks from here. All they can do is defend, and like Professor said, I have all the attacks here, starting with chokes, arm bars, and a lot of different things. Plus, just maintaining somebody on your back wears out and takes a lot of energy.
And I can't punch, right? As a self-defense, like I can't punch him anymore. He can punch me on my temple, on the back of my head, right? Like, besides all the chokes. That's it. Those are all the positions in Jiu-Jitsu. We're trying to give you guys an idea what it is. If you want to know more, just walk through our door and we'll show you more.